This is Hamilton Tiger Cats football on the Ticats Audio Network.
Game 1 of the regular season for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and they visit the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Welcome to the Ticats Audio Network for the start of the regular season. I'm RJ Broadhead, along with former CFL All-Star Hamilton Ticats great, still one of the fan favorites, Luke Tasker. Luke, I love this matchup. First game of the year, you know the Riders hosting the Grey Cup. You know they're going to be a good team, so the Tiger Cats get a tough test, and we will know in about 3 hours' time where the Tiger Cats sit. If they come out with a victory, that's a huge win going into Regina.
This is an exciting matchup, and the CFL has already had 2 great games this weekend to kick off the 2022 season. These 2 teams both with successful seasons last year. I think this is a great way to start off the Ticats season, to go out west and to try to steal a victory in a place that's always hard to play. Where, you know, you're looking around this building right now and it's flooded with green and the big new Mosaic stadium. It's just an exciting CFL atmosphere and a great chance for the Hamilton Tiger Cats tonight.
Yeah, what a task. We talked about this on Ticats this week leading into the game on the Ticats Audio Network, the podcast, and fourth quarters. You look at those first 2 games in the CFL, the teams that came out and won the fourth quarter won the football game, and that's something the Tiger Cats weren't great at last year in the fourth quarter. It will be very important tonight. We have a long way to go before we get there. Both of these teams very good if they lead after the third quarter. So it will be a few statistics to keep an eye on, but the Hamilton defense, always a key, isn't it, Luke?
Very excited to see that unit get picked back up, hopefully right where they left off last year. Number 1 in run-stop defense, number 1 in pass breakups, the 2 leading players in their secondary. Just an exciting unit to watch, and the way that they start this game, I'll be very keen to keep an eye on, and how much success Saskatchewan's offense can get off to.
Tiger Cats and Roughriders from Mosaic Stadium in Regina. Kickoff is next on the Ticats Audio Network. Mosaic Stadium, beautiful night for football. 24 degrees, about a 17-kilometer wind coming out of the southeast. And it is game 1 of the regular season for the Tiger Cats and the Roughriders. Road game to kick things off. Luke, did you like a road game early when you were playing?
You know, it's nice to get some of those west trips out of the way. And, of course, that leads to more eastern games late in the season. But to be honest, no, because it's kind of not easy to win.
Right.
Sask is it's a beast of its own, and so you know it's a big mountain to climb this early in the season, but you reap those benefits later on, I suppose. I was in the Coach O show this week on the Ticats Audio Network. I reminisced. I had bad luck in Saskatchewan. I was never able to get a victory at Mosaic Field myself, but you know, it's a great football environment though, and going to be a fun night here, I'm sure.
So many similarities for the Riders this year that the Tiger Cats went through last year with hosting the Grey Cup. A lot of pressure. Tiger Cats were able to make it into that game. Riders want to make it into that game, so this first test will be important. One thing that stands out to me with the Tiger Cats lineup: 4 rookies. That's it. No rookies as starters heading into this game. 14 second-year players. So last year they were heavy on rookies. Not a surprise after a COVID season. But that experience, and now just 4 rookies. One of them is Simon Larea, who will be punting for the Tiger Cats. Just joined the team a couple of days ago, so he's only been with the team for a few days. American punter. We'll see what he can do, basically in CFL action. But do you think that will help the Tiger Cats with much more of a veteran group, and maybe not so much teaching, more reviewing going into games?
Yep, 4 rookies, but you know there is a lot of second-year guys out there as well, and that's valuable experience. Don't get me wrong, but still youth, right? And it's an interesting across the league. There's far fewer rookies starting this year than there were last year, and you're right, that COVID year messed up. It got a lot of guys like me, you know, in a different stage of life after 2020. So this year you have some of those rookies after the COVID season who are now returning for their second year, and the Ticats are going to reap the benefits of that, where last year you and I were looking at what was a very young Ticat team.
Yes, of the 5 starting receivers for the Tiger Cats tonight, Three of them are in their second year, Stephen Dunbar, Tim White, and Pappy White, and really none of them were expected to play a lot last year, but so many injuries, and they really established themselves, and I think Tiger Cats fans have a lot of confidence going into this season with this receiving group.
Yeah, particularly Tim White had a phenomenal training camp. The guys who are in that locker room and intimate with that receiver group, he's ready to become a playmaker in this league. And then Braylon Addison, of course, has already established himself as one of the best in the league, and coming off of an injury-heavy season for himself. Will be exciting to see how he bounces back.
So we are underway at Mosaic Stadium. The Riders kicking off to the Tiger Cats, and it's a pretty good start for the Tiger Cats, getting up across the 45-yard line, close to midfield. Tiger Cats in their white tops, gold pants, and the Roughriders in all green tops, green pants with the white numbers and trim.
Great field position to start off the season here for the Tiger Cats on their own 46-yard line. Kind of a short kick, but also a nice return, breaking a couple tackles, putting Dane Evans and his crew on a short field here.
So Lawrence Woods had that return, and Luke, he was fun to watch in Guelph, the final preseason game, that 99-yard punt return for a touchdown. So we'll see what he can do throughout the night, but that's a good start for the Tiger Cats.
Great to see Dane Evans jaunting on the field here. We didn't get a chance to look at him too much in preseason. He has been outrightly the guy in charge of this offense, and great chance here for the Ticats as they kick off this season, their first offensive snap.
Dane Evans, it's his team, the number one quarterback. He's won 11 of his 15 starts. Play action to Braylon Addison, then he rolls to his right. The ball is tipped. It's tipped again by the Riders, and it goes incomplete. That was dangerous. Nelson Lacombo, the U of S star, almost picked that off, and the Tiger Cats got lucky.
Little option for Dane Evans here. Kept the ball himself. Really had a great read back to Tim White, but trying to throw it through too many green shirts to get there, that was risky and very, very close to a turnover.
So 2nd and 10 here for the Tiger Cats from their own 45-yard line. Dane Evans back to pass. Pressure's on. The ball comes loose, and the Riders recover inside the 25-yard line. It was Pete Robertson, the second-year defensive end for the Roughriders, who knocked the ball loose and was able to recover it. And the Roughriders are in great position after an early turnover from the Tiger Cats.
Not what you want to start with. First play is inches away from being a turnover. RJ really should have been a turnover after that tipped ball. And this time, Dane Evans was just backpedaling to his left, keeping his eyes downfield, and the ball just got flicked out of his hand. Really didn't expect that to happen so quickly, it looked like. Dane Evans, and now Sask with great field position to start their offensive game.
Cody Fajardo in his 30th start of his CFL career, hands off to Jamal Morrow, who only played in 8 games last year, but was one of the all-purpose yards leader in the CFL. That's a gain of 5 for Morrow on that play. Riders on the Hamilton 18. They got that fumble recovery, knocking the ball away from Dane Evans, and they have some points staring them in the face. Will it be 3? Can the defense come up big here? 2nd and 5 Riders. The snap to Fajardo. Throws to his left. It's complete. Very close to the first down. Duke Williams hauled it in. The Tiger Cats were able to get to him in a hurry. Keontae Evans over there. We'll see where they spot this ball.
It looks like they're going to give him the first down. Duke Williams just running a little hitch route right to the sticks there. Caught the ball and got his feet down before getting tackled backwards. Duke Williams and Simone Lawrence exchanging shoves there.
Well, Simone's into it.
Oh, yeah.
It was against the Riders last year that Simone Lawrence set the Hamilton Tiger Cats all-time record for tackles, sitting number 17 all-time in the CFL. He will move up that ladder this year. 3rd and inches, and Fajardo will keep, and it is a first down Shaq Evans just pushed Simone Lawrence down, and it doesn't look like there's a flag on that play.
Wow. That was a blatant 2 hands to the face shove to Simone Lawrence, who sold it and went to the ground, but it was a hard shove, and I don't see a flag on the field.
That's surprising because it was right by that scrum after the short yardage play.
Yeah, they're going to have to get that under control and call blatant fouls like that.
Riders on the Hamilton 12. Fresh set of downs. High snap. Fajardo hauls it in. The handoff goes to Jamal Morrow, and nothing there. In fact, it's likely a loss. Jovan Santos Knox, the final Tiger Cat there. Morrow ran the width of the field, or at least half the width of the field, trying to look for an opening that never happened.
Just a great pursuit. Morrow going out to his right, and Jovan Santos Knox, Deontay Evans, everyone tracking him down and pushing that further and back for what was a Saskatchewan loss there, as they're trying to keep in touchdown range here. Sort of had field goal position secured at the start of this drive, unfortunately for the Tiger Cats.
Loss of 8 on the play, so now the Riders push back to the Hamilton 20. 2nd and 18. Fajardo back to pass, pressure's on, has to roll to his left. He's looking downfield, wants to throw on the run, can't do it. Jovan Santos Knox pushes Fajardo out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. It looks like the Riders will have to try a field goal.
See, it's so easy for us to see this up here. Fajardo is downfield, pump faking, like 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, but Jovan Santos Knox out in open space, doesn't know where he is, and it's a great savvy move for a guy like Fajardo to do that, and gets an extra, 5-6 yards on that run just for that little pump fake.
So Brett Lawther will come on for the Roughriders. This is a short field goal attempt. And the 13-yarder is good, so no problem for Brett Lawther. And the Riders take advantage of a turnover, and they lead the Tiger Cats early at Mosaic Stadium in Regina, 3-0. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. It wasn't a good start for the Tiger Cats. First possession, a fumble recovered by the Riders turns into a field goal for Saskatchewan, and here it's a handoff to Don Jackson, who rolls to his left. And there were flags.
I think that's going to be a holding on the outside, wide receiver holding. That's so tough in open space out there. Now it's 1st and 20 here for the Ticats.
Dane Evans, 3 receivers to the field side. That's the direction he looks immediately. Has to dump it off to Jake Burt, who's from Regina. Went to Boston College, was with the Tiger Cats last year, just practiced, had injuries. Former #1 overall pick gets into the action early.
Great to see that getting involved early. That's that position in the CFL that guy like Jake Burt there, fullback, tight end, whatever you want to call it, he's going to get called on throughout the season to do pretty much every job that you can do in football and offense, from blocking, running, catching. He's going to be called on for a lot. Good to see him get involved.
Still a long way to go for the Tiger Cats. 2nd and 16. They're on their own 34-yard line. 4 receivers out to the right, but Dane Evans looking to the left, trying to go deep to Stephen Dunbar Jr., and it's picked off. Intercepted by Nick Marshall, who was one of the best in that category last year for the Riders, and 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Tiger Cats.
It looked strange right from the start. It just wasn't right. Stephen Dunbar Jr. far outside, Dane Evans left, close to the sidelines, and he just has a go route, but it's like he wasn't running full speed. The ball almost looked like it was going to get thrown to his back shoulder. To be honest, it's hard for you and I can't tell what went wrong there, but what we do know is that they weren't on the same page. There was some sort of miscommunication or misunderstanding as to how that play was going to develop.
A lot of these starters on offense didn't play a lot in the preseason. Dane Evans just attempted 5 passes. And Nick Marshall, in his 4th year, he is very good at what he did right there, creating the turnover, getting the interception, and it was great coverage all the way down the field. Stephen Dunbar didn't look like he was open for a second.
It was just Dunbar gets a little bit of a misstep on his release as we look at it again. and really Dane just can't go there with the ball. He's got to find a different direction to take, even if that means scrambling or throwing it away and getting your punter a chance to flip the field there. But the Ticats are, you can just tell it's week one. It just nothing. We've got five offensive reps so far this game, and really there's been 2 turnovers. Really should have been 3 turnovers. It is just chaos. Tommy Condell, I can hear him saying it's the fog of war. You have to take a breath, let the fog settle, let the mist clear, and realign yourself mentally with what your job is each play. You string too much of this together, and this thing gets out of hand quickly. But great job on the Ticats defense, stalling that last turnover, which on Sask was looking at something like a 25-yard field, to hold them to 3 there.
Exactly.
That's a winning series for the Ticat defense.
Well, this defense, through some tumultuous times last season with the offense, with injuries and trying to get on the same page, the defense saved the day a lot of times. Let's see if they can do it again. Roughriders off the Nick Marshall interception. Starting from their own 47-yard line, Fajardo throws way out to the left to Duke Williams, and he's hit and knocked out of bounds by Seontae Evans.
RJ, you and I talked about it in Ticats this week. Leading into this game, it's plays like that, in my opinion, that an offense has to click together in the beginning, and that is just these 5-yard Oscar routes, these productive first downs that put you in an easier second down where you control the clock. Fajardo is doing that so far.
It was a long throw for 3 yards, so 2nd and 7 now for the Riders from their own 50-yard line. Fajardo doesn't even take a step back. Quick throw, and it is complete to Keon Schaefer-Baker, former Guelph star. And he'll be a little bit shy of the first down, so the defense doing their job so far.
Staying on the field here.
Okay, they're going to gamble. Fajardo comes in under center. 3rd and 2, they're calling it. So it's a long 3rd down gamble. Now Fajardo banks off into the shotgun. Taps his foot, trying to draw Hamilton offside. They're not biting on it, and Fajardo...
They'll take a penalty here.
Again, tried to put the foot down in the loud count, but Tiger Cats aren't budging. Is he going to try it one more time?
Yeah, there's no harm in putting 5 more yards on your punter's leg here. I like the call. It was 3rd and 2. That was going to be a really gutsy gopher right at the center line of the field. Ticats ran cover 0 on that 2nd and 7 there, and Fajardo saw it great, got the pass off on a slant to his left, but Seontae Evans with a great tackle short of the sticks.
Defense does it again.
They do. That is a strong 2 and out there.
So 3-0 for the Roughriders here on the Ticats Audio Network. Riders will punt now. And Corey Vedvik in his 2nd year. Lawrence Woods at about the 20 on the field, tried to cut to the middle. Riders special teams, very good coverage. They had the angle on him, and it was not much of a return. Got 6 yards after a 34-yard punt. The Roughriders lead the Tiger Cats in the opening quarter of Game 1, 3-0. Ticats offense coming on the field. We'll be back on the Ticats Audio Network.
Basketball superstar R.J. Barrett. Driven by passion, dedicated to success, and fueled by Booster Juice. Now Booster Juice has created the RJ Berry Blaster, packed with cranberry, strawberry, banana, coconut, and yogurt. A slam dunk with every sip. Download the app or visit boosterjuice.com and try one today.
I'm RJ Barrett, made in Canada, and this is my Booster Juice.
For natural soothing relief of your daily aches and pains, trust Magic Bag Hot and Cold Compresses. Magic Bag has been the trusted brand by Canadians for over 30 years now. So whether you're scoring touchdowns, tackling, running drills, or simply cheering from your living room, Magic Bag has you covered, on and off the field. The official hot and cold compress of the Ticat family. Check out our favorite camouflage print bags today at magicbag.com.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Active Green and Ross.
At Active Green and Ross, we will not be undersold. We carry a complete lineup of all-season performance light truck and SUV tires at all price ranges. All tires sold by an Active Green and Ross come with a 30-day price protection and ride satisfaction guarantee. Buy with confidence and
Keep it rolling. Active Green and Ross.
You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. Available live at ticats.ca and on the Ticats All Access app.
Welcome back to the Ticats Audio Network. RJ Broadhead along with Luke Tasker. Tiger Cats trailing the Roughriders 3-0. A couple of turnovers for the Tiger Cats. 2 offensive possessions, a fumble and an interception. Now they're on the field again. Let's see what Dane Evans can get going. He's back to pass, throws up the middle. That's complete to Braylon Addison. And he will be close to a first down.
Excellent route from Braylon Addison. Inside receiver there, close to the line of scrimmage, and he ran a nice, crisp 10-yard curl. He's a guy who really stands out to you. When he runs a really hard route, crisp, and he's getting the ball, he's just got unbelievable. He's got an unbelievable skill set as a wide receiver.
Ball on the Hamilton Tiger Cats 35-yard line, right in the middle of the field. A couple of yards shy of the first down, so second down. The handoff goes to Don Jackson. He tries to spin through. It did not happen. The Riders get him for a loss. Derek Moncrief was in there, as was Garrett Marino, and the Tiger Cats offense is sputtering early. They're going to have to punt.
Yeah, 6 plays, 2 turnovers, and a -7 yards right now for the Ticats first quarter. That's
only one way to go.
Well,
Simon Larea, who just joined the Tiger Cats, the American punter. Wow, what a kick
nice
that
kick.
was.
Wow.
Fielded inside the 20-yard line by the Riders, and not much of a return. So that's what the Tiger Cats have been looking for. Larea, Tiger Cats fans, we haven't seen a lot of him. That was his first CFL kick, and it was a beauty. 58 yards with a return of 3 yards. So that helps the field position. It's 3-0. Riders leading. Hamilton defense coming back on the field. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network.
I just know that they're well coached, and I know that it's a very hostile environment there. It's something that you actually can't prepare your football team for. You know, yeah, you can pump crowd noise and you can do different things, but you add the emotions. You also add just fatigue, those type of things early in the seasons. You know, it's hard to be in game shape.
That's Coach O with Luke on the Coach O Show on the Ticats Audio Network, talking about how tough it is to play in Regina. Here's a handoff for the Roughriders, and Jamal Morrow running to his left will be very close to a first down before he's forced out of bounds on that far side of the field.
I really think when you go out west, RJ, I don't know why, and I don't know why this is, but it's just especially hard to climb back into a game. When you're at home, when you're in a familiar place, you have more energy and more capability to do that. But we have to see some hay made early in this first quarter.
Fajardo in the shotgun. It's 2nd and 4. Saskatchewan on their own 32. Throws up the middle. It's bobbled. Oh, Alden Darby Jr. was trying to get that ball that was batted into the air, and he collided with Jamal Morrow, who was trying to do the same thing. I don't think either guy saw the other player. They were both going for the ball, and neither one came up with it.
Alden Darby, he kind of stood out all training camp, especially in that first preseason game at Tim Hortons Field. He's a high energy guy, and he's making plays in at the halfback position where Carriel Brooks would normally find himself. But great break on the ball and man coverage, and nearly what would have been a great pick to take some momentum back.
The defense for both teams has been the star of the show so far. 3-0 for the Riders. They're going to have to punt again. Vedvik from his own 20-yard line sails one pretty nicely. That'll be Lawrence Woods picking it up on his own 25. Breaks one tackle, gets to the numbers. Cuts to his left, and did the ball pop loose? Well, the Riders are saying they have it. Woods got it to about the Hamilton 40-yard line. We'll wait and see what the officials say here. But there was a battle for the ball right at the end of that play.
It was a nice return by Lawrence Woods. He broke a tackle, snuck through another wall to get up to the Ticats 40-yard line after an excellent punt. And I think Well, there's arms pointing everywhere. They're huddling up right now, the refs.
Yeah, all the officials are together right at that 40-yard line, and on the field is still Lawrence Woods and Roland Milligan, both holding onto that football. Okay, so Hamilton had it. Was not a turnover. Lawrence Woods brings it up to the Hamilton 40, and Tiger Cats will try to get this offense going. Dane Evans, 2 for 4 for 13 yards and an interception.
It wasn't a turnover, but it was a fumble. I mean, there is really, really poor attention right now or poor execution, I should say, of ball security, because that ball popped out, and that would have been the fourth almost at least turnover or almost turnover. I mean, it's really it's got to be emphasized here.
Play action, Dane Evans. Fake the handoff to Don Jackson. It's a low pass for Tim White. He tried to get his arm underneath it, and he could not come up with it, so it's an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 now coming up for the Tiger Cats from their own 40.
Just slight misses, and that was a great play call, a great route by Tim White, and patience by Dane, but just slightly missed on that throw, and not a clear reason as to why. Not really overly pressured, and that's the kind of thing that they're going to have to convert. That would have been an easy first.
3 receivers to the field side here for the Tiger Cats. 2nd and 10. Dane Evans back to pass. Looks to his right, nothing there. Now he's under pressure. Has to spin away from that, and here comes another wave. Dumps it off to Sean Thomas Erlington, who tries to battle between 4 Rider defenders and can't get to the first down, and the Tiger Cats are punting again.
As you exit the field right now, Brandon Revenberg, Chris Van Zyl, Dane, Braylon, those guys, you got to regain your sense of calm here. If you start to get frantic, it's when things fall apart, but time to take the field and get a first down the next time you're able.
Simon Larea, another great kick. Caught by Jamal Morrow on his 25-yard line. He's able to get out past the 35, but Simon Larea in his first 2 kicks with the Hamilton Tiger Cats has helped the field position for sure.
Yeah, we talked about that all preseason. I felt like we were nonstop on the punt game, which was particularly poor at times. Larea has put 2 well-placed punts there right now.
So a 45-yard punt, a return of 12 yards. So again, the Tiger Cats helping themselves with the new punter. Riders, it's a handoff to Frankie Hickson. After Jamal Morrow had that punt return, Hickson gets his first carry of the game, and not much there, and we don't expect to see much with this great Hamilton Tiger Cats run defense.
Jovan Santos Knox, and of course Dylan Wynn, Simone Lawrence, all in a part of that stop there. Simone sort of making the last, putting the last shoulder pad in there, and great last year on the run stop, putting him in 2nd and 10 here.
Yeah, no gain for Hickson. Saskatchewan on their own 38-yard line, right in the center of the field. Fajardo all alone in the Saskatchewan backfield, and a pass goes to Hickson. Jamal Roll with an excellent tackle. He was right there immediately, and it looks like the Riders are going to have to punt again. That's not enough for a first down, so the defenses are stellar so far.
Yeah, they really are, and both of these defenses had really great years last year, top of a lot of the statistical categories. That was all emptied out. 6 wide receivers, and Fajardo found a good 6-yard gain, but find themselves in 3rd and 5 now.
Corey Vedvik back to punt again for the Riders. He's standing at his own 29-yard line. Riders leading the football game in the first quarter 3-0. It was a fumble recovered deep in the Hamilton zone that led to that field goal. Otherwise, the offensive haven't been able to move the ball very well. Lawrence Woods catches it at his own 30 and only gets a couple of yards on the return. He'll be just shy of the 35-yard line.
Another kick there. Vedvik for Sask put that right on the hash mark on the sidelines there. I mean, it really, you can't go wrong as a punter if you're going to place it like that. It's almost impossible for a return man to spring anything. Woods was able to gain about 3-4 yards before getting tangled up there on the side.
Ticats will start on their own 34-yard line, trying to get the offense going. Just 12 passing yards for Dane Evans. He's back to pass this time, and he will add to those totals. Pappy White spins at midfield and gets down to the Saskatchewan 50. By far the biggest play of the game for the Tiger Cats. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down.
Taking the line quick here, and I love that decision.
Empty backfield, Dane Evans gets it in the shotgun, throws immediately to his right. It's another completion. Stephen Dunbar will get up close to the 45-yard line of the Roughriders.
Tommy Condell, he knows that you got to jumpstart something here. You have to change the pace. Right away gives Dane a quick answer to Pappy White on a slant from his right. Immediately takes the line of scrimmage and puts the ball in Steve Dunbar's hand. 2 completions and just get Dane settled in there, get the receivers involved. It's a smart play call.
Now on the Saskatchewan 46. It's 2nd and 6 here for the Tiger Cats. They're trailing by 3. Dane Evans at midfield, pump fake, looking deep. Now he has to scramble, gets away from a couple of Roughriders, but now he had no protection. They finally get to him, and they'll bring him down right around that 45-yard line, so he'll be short of the first down, and the Tiger Cats will be punted.
Yeah, the Saskatchewan secondary gets that one. Dane was very, very patient and tried to continue giving himself a chance to keep his eyes downfield, but
I don't think they're going to punt here, Luke. I think they're going to try.
Domagala's out there, yep.
Yeah, Michael Domagala. This looks like a 52-yard attempt for Michael Domagala. He hit from 49 yards in the preseason. He had one attempt of over 50 yards last year. He was unsuccessful. This would be big. Domagala's kick is up. It is good. Wow. From 52 yards. Michael Domagala with a big boot. That ties the game at 3.
Great to see. Great to see the coaching staff put the trust there, and Domagala, who was great in preseason, did his job last year when he was called on, and he puts a big one through to tie the game. After all of that, after all the almost turnovers, the turnovers, we've got 3-3. I mean, unbelievable.
A little sloppy on offense, but it is a tie game. Michael Domagala, that is a great kick. His first of the regular season from 52 yards. Not easy. On the road in Regina, and the second-year kicker with a beauty. All even at 3. Riders offense back on the field. Cody Fajardo. He will look to pass. Throws to his right. Duke Williams. Nobody was around him. It looked like he slipped. And it goes incomplete. An interesting first quarter in the first game for the Riders and the Tiger Cats. It's 3-all. The offensives have not been able to move the ball much. 3-3 at Mosaic Field. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. Welcome back to the Ticats Audio Network. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. 1 quarter in the books. In game 1, it is 3-3 between the Tiger Cats and the Roughriders. Riders had 37 net yards in that first quarter. The Ticats had 22 net yards. Each managed a field goal. Michael Domagala, big story in that opening quarter with that 52-yarder, an absolute beauty. 2nd and 10 here for the Riders to begin the second quarter. They're on their own 40-yard line. Fajardo passing to his left, looking for Shaq Evans, but that was great coverage by Jamal Roll, and it goes incomplete.
Jamal Roll, one of our favorites to watch last year, leading the league with pass breakups and right at the top for interceptions, and just right there in great coverage. Second time we've noticed him like that tonight already.
Corey Vedvik on to punt again, standing at his own 26-yard line. Lawrence Woods. He was a big star in the preseason. Returned that punt against Toronto. 99 yards for a touchdown. Woods catches the punt at his own 18. Stutter steps, waiting for an opening before he got his burst of speed and couldn't find the opening. He'll be just shy of the 30-yard line. Looks like they'll spot it on the 29. Dane Evans with a quiet start. The first 4 drives for the Tiger Cats, they managed 14 yards. The last drive, 36 yards, and that culminated with the Michael Damagala 52-yard field goal. So now Tiger Cats, fresh off their first score of the 2022 season, will try to continue that. Ball is on the Hamilton 29. Dane Evans back to pass, looking left, throwing left, completing to Addison, and he's up across the 35, close to the 38-yard line.
Great read and throw there by Dane Evans. Sask playing really like a 4 cut to Dane's left, where 4 receivers were out. Dane found a low hole for a hitch, lining up again quick here.
Dane Evans with the handoff, going to Don Jackson. You can tell by Luke's reaction there was nothing there.
Sorry about that. Man, second and 3 after a really productive, very quick, efficient pass game, and that I think you just got to double down on those 5-yard gains right now. But the run game is really, that's 2 second and shorts that have been stuffed by the Sask defense.
Charleston Hughes in on that. A.C. Leonard, who led the league in sacks last year, they were able to bring Don Jackson down. And Simon Larea getting his first taste of CFL action, and he's punting very well. This one a bit shorter, though. Morrow gets it at his own 39, and not much room. It was close to the sideline on that far side, and he's forced out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Riders going to offense. When we come back, it's a 3-3 game in the second quarter in Regina. This is the Ticats Audio Network. 16 and a half minutes into game 1, and each team has 1 first down. So the offenses are trying to get on the same page. That's sometimes expected early in the season. We'll see which team can get there first. Should note as well, both teams have terrific defenses. Both teams finished second in their respective divisions last year. Fajardo, play action, tried to hang on to it, and Malik Carney was on him immediately. Jovan Santos Knox finished it off, and Fajardo is very slow to get up. There is a flag on the field.
I think it's Simone Lawrence who finished it off, RJ, and that's what the flag is on. Fajardo slow to get up, and Simone has been face mask to face mask with maybe 4 Rough Riders already tonight after the play, jawing and talking. It seems to me like the Rough Riders don't really like number 21, but this is
unnecessary roughness. Hamilton, number 21. We're going to go up 15 yards. It's going to be first down.
It was real close. Fajardo had kind of already been bumped and was going to the ground. Probably one that Simone should have pulled off, but not egregious. I mean, it wasn't anything. Probably one that Simone wants to have back, and that's a costly 15 yards. Especially on a night where first downs are hard to come by.
You're not kidding, Luke, and that'll put the Riders into Hamilton territory. 3-3, still early in the second quarter. Simone Lawrence taking the penalty. You're right, he's been talking to a lot of Rough Riders. Go back to last year when he set the record. A.C. Leonard kind of gave him a bit of a shove when he was doing an interview with Rob Hitchcock. So Fajardo stays in the game. It's a high pass. Keon Schaefer-Baker goes up and hauls it in, gets across the 40-yard line. He'll be short of a first down. "12 minutes to go in the opening half. And there have been very few first downs. Richard Leonard in on that tackle, bringing down Schaefer-Baker. 2nd and 3 now on the Hamilton 40. Ticats defense has to come up big here. Riders in Hamilton territory, and Morrow trying a run. Malik Carney was there. And I don't know, Luke. I think he's short.
There's Sask going second and 3 and going right to their run game, and I do not think they got it either. This is a reasonable, sneak situation here, quarterback sneak situation, 3rd and maybe just shy of 1.
Yeah, they're calling it 3rd and 1, but you're right, it's probably inches.
Fajardo's still shaking off that hard tackle from Simone Lawrence 2 plays ago, and yeah, they're sending their big bodies onto the field for short yardage here.
Micah Johnson down for the Tiger Cats, the former Rough Rider, and looks like they're looking around his left leg. We'll hope it's just a cramp or something minor. A lot of Ticats fans looking forward to seeing big Micah Johnson this year, and he's getting up under his own power, and he's going to jog off the field, so that's good news.
You and I talked about this, RJ, throughout the week, and Coach O brought it up in our show this week that you can't replicate 4 quarters and full game speed, even though training camp is a grind and it's physically taxing. But there's a special exhaustion that you get when you're getting into that first live game for the year.
3-3. We'll take a break. It's second quarter action from Regina. Tie game. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. 11 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the half. It's 3-3 between the Tiger Cats and the Roughriders. I'm RJ Broadhead along with Luke Tasker, and we return to a 3rd and 1. Roughriders are going to gamble on the Hamilton 38-yard line. Cody Fajardo. He was roughed up on this drive, but has stayed in the game. He goes under center, tries to run to his right, and he goes right into the arms of Kyle Wilson, who has been another big story through preseason, and he should see a lot of time with the Tiger Cats. He came very close to stopping Fajardo. We'll see if they whistle it down. The forward momentum seemed to stop, and then Fajardo did fall far enough for the first down.
The ruling on the field is that he's short of the yards to gain. It's first down for Hamilton.
Wow. What a play by Kyle Wilson.
Incredible play.
I'd be surprised if there isn't a challenge here from the Roughriders.
It was not your normal QB sneak right behind the center. Fajardo took the ball to his right and kind of went around the end. It did. Wow, it does to me kind of seem like a Ticat friendly spot a little bit, but it depends on when they decided to whistle it, because you're right, it's like Cody's momentum was fully stopped, and they maybe blew that a little bit early. Either way, first down for the Ticats on their own 37.
Craig Dickinson on the field. He does challenge.
Okay.
Kind of had a hunch he would challenge that one. It's one of those that's so close.
Well, they have to honor their original whistle, right? So it doesn't matter where he ends up falling, because it seems to me like if the refs thought his momentum stopped and they blew it dead.
Saskatchewan is challenging the ruling on the field of the spot they believe first down yardage was gained. The play will be reviewed.
Oh, this is a big moment in this game, still in the opening half, but the Ticats might be getting this ball on turnovers. Kyle Wilson, another one of those second-year players, didn't see a lot of playing time last year. That's probably going to change if he keeps making plays like that.
That was a great stop. Cody Fajardo stopped right at the line, and number 15, Wilson, hugs him tight until, what to me it looks like, and we can get a good angle down the line of scrimmage here with the ref. They did. They blew the whistle while Fajardo was still battling to gain those yards, and I think this is going to stand as a Ticat first down.
We were able to see the replay, and as the official was running toward the pile, he did appear to blow his whistle while Fajardo was still in the arms of Kyle Wilson. So
upon further review,
here's the announcement.
The ruling on the field stands.
Yep.
It's first down for Hamilton. Saskatchewan loses their timeout.
Almost had to challenge that if you're Craig Dickinson, but they 0 for 1 start in the challenges, and Hamilton defense, what can you say? What a huge play that was to stop Saskatchewan on 3rd and inches, and now the Tiger Cats take over on their own 37-yard line. Dane Evans back to pass, and he's going deep, throwing on that right side, and it was tight coverage for Tim White. He got his hands on it, but couldn't haul it in. Pass was a little bit behind White. Couldn't come up with it. It's incomplete. There is a flag.
Tim White did have the shoulder on his defender, and that ball could have been thrown over the top. It was a little short from Dane, but still, Tim White made an adjustment, turned back for it, and you give that to Tim White 10 times, he's probably...
Hamilton, number 56. It's a 10-yard penalty. We'll replay first down.
Tim White is probably going to catch that ball most of those 10. Still a hard adjustment to make, and now it would all be for naught anyways, as this is going to come back to 1st and 20.
And that penalty was on Kyle Saxelid, and it looks like he's the Tiger Cat who's down just inside the Hamilton 30-yard line. So he was falling as he got injured.
I don't love that.
No.
We'll see. the holding call was secondary. It looks to me like Saxelid hurt something in his lower body and then kind of was holding as he sort of had to fall to the ground.
What a warrior. Still trying to stop the pass rush as he's injured. Wound up taking a penalty, and Kyle Saxelid, he's battled injuries through the preseason. That was a big trade, trading the first-round pick to get Saxelid, and he's limping off the field with some help. So at 6'8", 330 pounds, we hope Saxelid's okay because he's a versatile guy on that offensive line. He can really play any of the 5 positions. Even saw him in training camp with some time at center.
He was in there at left tackle that play. Excuse me, left tackle. It was a tough loss. You know, your 6th man goes down, and it has not been terrible protection tonight, but Dane has been hurried a couple times. And anytime you shake up the chemistry of that front 5 and throw a little bit of sand in the gears there, it can kind of throw some things off. Especially this early in the season, those 5 guys and their communication, they have to get so many things communicated to each other each play as to what they're seeing and what their plan is for each protection. If tough to see one of those guys out of this lineup early on.
So the Tiger Cats push back after that penalty. It'll be 1st and 20. Tiger Cats on their own 27-yard line. Still over 10 minutes to go in the opening half. And it has been a very low-scoring game. Roughriders able to get a field goal on a Hamilton turnover. A fumble recovery for the Roughriders deep in Hamilton territory. That's really the only opportunity that the Riders have had anywhere deep in Hamilton territory. Tiger Cats, long 1st and 20 from their own 27-yard line. Dane Evans looking to pass. He will go up the middle. It's a low pass. David Ungerer caught it. He was down but not touched and continued on. Got up across the 40-yard line. David Ungerer, one of those players, watching him in camp, the confidence level from a couple of seasons ago, it has skyrocketed.
Smart play. It's 2-man. When that defense plays 2-man, that is the hardest press and trail you're going to get. And Ungerer catches that and smartly springs to his feet, knowing that he wasn't touched.
He was held going into that too, battled right through it. Dane Evans under pressure, has to tuck it, and he is brought down. A couple of Roughriders in there. It looks like Charbel de Beer is the one who brought Dane Evans down, and it is 3rd and 11. Tiger Cats are going to have to punt.
Impressive gain of 13-14 yards on the quick short dig route from Ungerer, but that sack for a loss puts him back deep, 3rd and long here, and again another sputtered drive.
Simon Larea, the American punter, just signed by the Tiger Cats from his own 25-yard line. It is bouncing at the 40, rolls close to the 30-yard line. Jamal Morrow waiting for a Tiger Cat to get inside those 5 yards. I don't think they did. Well, maybe they did. There is a flag on the play. By the time Morrow picked it up, Tiger Cats had pretty good coverage downfield. We'll see what this flag is. I thought the Tiger Cats were pretty disciplined, trying to prevent no yards.
Another good kick by Larea, and you get it on the ground and make it so that return man can't get a quick catch and gain. It seemed to me like they stayed outside of the
Major
halo.
Foul, unnecessary roughness. Hamilton, number 35, will go up 15 yards. It's going to be 1st down.
And that's interesting.
The punter, Simon Larea, with unnecessary roughness.
Did you see that? Because I
did not. And that might be a part of his game the Tiger Cats aren't too familiar with.
Craig Butler, as we catch a look in our monitors here, is I see him asking the ref, the punter. I'm saying the same thing. I missed what the foul was, but presumably he was getting blocked downfield and
4 punts, 45.5 yards average on those 4 punts for Larea. Running up the middle, the Roughriders. The handoff went to Frankie Hickson, and he'll be very close to midfield. A couple of yards shy of a first down.
One of the few successful run plays we've seen so far for an 8-yard gain there. Now Sask is 2nd and 2 at the center line.
Hamilton's defense has come up big time and time again in this opening half. Handoff goes to Hickson, and Simone Lawrence was right in there immediately, and I don't think that's enough for a first down. Looked like no gain. So now the Riders are left with a 3rd and 3, they're calling it.
The defense on both sides of the ball, the defensive efficiency on 2nd and short, which is a tough defensive play, has been unbelievable tonight. I mean, really, both defenses have been so stout, especially in the run against 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3.
Very impressive. Tiger Cats defense doing it again, forcing the Riders to punt. Corey Vedvik from his own 40-yard line. He'll angle this one to the left. It'll bounce at the 20 and go out of bounds inside the 10. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 8-yard line.
I mean, Larea drawing the foul does not bode well for the net yardage, but both punters in purely their kicking responsibilities, they're sort of the ones dictating the field position battle tonight. They're really the only substantial gains of yardage that either team has been able to make, and that was a wonderful kick there by Vedvik for Sask, putting the Ticats deep into their own end. 1 first down, RJ. That's what Dane Evans needs right now. Just 1.
Absolutely. 7 possessions for the Tiger Cats offense, and 2 drives have lasted longer than 3 plays. It is a fly sweep to Tim White, heading out to his left, gets around the corner and just shy of the 20-yard line.
Tim White is the guy for these wide receiver handoffs. Not the only guy that they'll use, but his skill set is perfect for it. And in my opinion, the key to that play is that receiver has to get the ball from the quarterback efficient and as fast as possible and get out of there. If you take up too much time, it's dead right from the start. Great gain there by Tim White.
That first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. Now up to their own 19. It's a handoff to Don Jackson. He goes to his left, gets around the outside, and Marshall able to go low and knock Jackson down. He'll be shy of a first down. Second and 7 for the Tiger Cats from their own 22-yard line. Just under 6 minutes to go in the opening half. Has not been a lot of scoring. A field goal for each team. Dane Evans has 4 receivers to the field side. There's the waggle, the snap. Evans throws to the left, hits Pappy White on the run, and a stutter step. He will get up across the 40-yard line, and the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an Active Green and Ross first down.
That was beautiful. That was a little sort of an outlaw concept to Dane Evans' left, where there's a 10-yard dig from the outside with a little 4 or 5 yard out route underneath, wide open.
Another fly sweep to Tim White. Tries the right side this time, not quite as successful. Might have got 2, maybe 3 yards.
Well, we have better efficiency on 2nd and 7 than 2nd and 2. So we're right where we want to be here as a Hamilton Ticat. The 43-yard line, and what's been probably the best drives so far tonight.
It has. They started on their own 8-yard line up to their own 43 now. 2nd and 8. Dane Evans looking up the middle. Here comes the pressure. Tries to dump it off to Felix Gauthier, and it was a little too far ahead of him. He tried the one-handed grab, could not haul it in. It goes incomplete, and the Tiger Cats will have to punt, but at least it won't be from their own end zone.
Like I said, you start on your own 8-yard line. You're going out there saying, we got to get a little breathing room. We're not trying to score a touchdown yet, and that was a successful drive. Now you give your punter a chance to flip the field again.
Couple of first downs. Simon Larea into punt again. This time standing on his own 30-yard line. Riders Jamal Morrow inside his 20, so the respect is there. But now he's coming way in to field this punt, and he will take it at the 26-yard line. Tries to run to his right. Nothing there. Great special teams coverage again by the Tiger Cats, forcing him out of bounds just past the 35-yard line. Getting close to the 3-minute warning. Opening half. Just over 4 minutes to go. Are you surprised, Luke, that it's a 3-3 football game?
I am a little bit, actually. Not what I expected, and the punters have been on the field more tonight than sometimes I think we see for a full football game. I mean, it's been all punt, but both teams have had flashes of success. We'll see what Cody Fajardo puts together here.
Fajardo, he's going to pass. Took a couple of steps forward. Now he'll just toss it ahead to Jamal Morrow, and this might work. It was a scrambly play for the Roughriders. Alden Darby Jr. catches Morrow from behind, but he's into Hamilton territory, just shy of the Ticats' 40-yard line.
Great pressure right off the bat from the Hamilton front four, and Fajardo, sort of what we just saw Zach Caleros do earlier this weekend with just a little underhand pitch flip forward to his running back, and what turned into an enormous gain there for Sask.
30 yards for Jamal Morrow. Now on the Hamilton 42-yard line in Hamilton territory. It is a handoff to Morrow again. They go right back to him and maybe got a yard or two. Might be to the 40-yard line, but so tough to run against this Hamilton defense.
Really, really huge play right here on 2nd and 8 for the Hamilton defense with the ball at the 40-yard line. You're flirting with field goal range.
Yes.
For a sack for a loss right now really puts you back out of points. Looks like we've got the 3-minute warning now. This is right where Sask's drive stalled when they failed to get the first down on their previous drive.
We'll take a break, see what the Hamilton defense can do when we come back. 3-minute warning, 3-all between the Ticats and Riders. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Just under the 3-minute warning, opening half. R.J. Broadhead along with Luke Tasker. Roughriders 2nd and 8. Tie game, 3 apiece. Each team with a field goal. Big series here. Fajardo back to pass, throws to the left, into coverage. 4 Tiger Cats all around Duke Williams. He cannot come up with it. It goes incomplete. Ciante Evans looks to be slow to get up here. Kyle Saxelid, we're seeing him getting carted off the field now. He's got the shoe off, and he doesn't have the look on his face of somebody who's returning tonight or maybe for a while. So we'll hope for the best for Kyle Saxelid.
It looks like their offensive unit is still, their field goal unit is out there now, which will be just shy of a 50-yard kick. But yeah, just Cody Fajardo was just putting it up to give Duke Williams a chance, but really there was nothing to be done there.
Second down conversions, Hamilton 1 for 9. How about the Hamilton defense? Saskatchewan 0 for 9 on second downs. Field goal attempt for Brett Lowther, and it is good. So Lowther hits his second field goal of the game, this one from 48 yards. And the Roughriders take the lead once again, 6-3. Hamilton has not led. 3 field goals in the game. Nobody has managed a touchdown yet.
Brett Lowther, a guy that Hamilton fans will remember. He spent time here. He was a good teammate of mine, and he is chasing another former Ticat, Justin Medlock, in the rankings for field goal percentage in the CFL history, and he's got more than 150 attempts and mid-80s in his percentage, and he's been a guy who has grinded and clawed his way to be on rosters, and now he's the guy in Sask, and it's great to see him doing with the success he's having, and he has been solid for Sask.
That's a big kick late in the opening half to give the Roughriders the lead. Hamilton will start from their own 40-yard line. Dane Evans throws to his right. It's complete to Sean Thomas Erlington. Spins away from one hit, spins again, and drags a couple of Roughriders defenders, and he'll be just short of the 50-yard line.
Sean Thomas Erlington, great receiver out of the backfield to get those hard catches. That's not an easy angle with the ball coming at you when you're doing a bubble from the backfield, and he made an athletic catch, and then like he always does, always gets those extra 2 yards that you don't expect him to get.
We know he can hurdle too. We saw that last year in Montreal. So 2nd and 2, an 8-yard gain in that play for the Tiger Cats, thanks to Sean Thomas Erlington and his yards after the catch. Hamilton on their own 48. 2 yards to go. Dane Evans, he will hand it off to Tim White, who's trying to find an opening, and there is nothing there. So Tim White came out of the backfield, and the Roughriders were wise to it. Larry Dean first there for Saskatchewan, and Hamilton 3rd and 3. They'll have to punt again.
Another drive snuffed out with a 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3 opportunity for the Ticats. And back to the run game, albeit a wide receiver run to the outside, but still great job by the Sask defense to stop another drive short.
11th combined punt in this first half coming up. Simon Larea just signed a few days ago by the Tiger Cats. And he has punted very well, averaging almost 46 yards per punt. This one will be caught by Jamal Morrow at his own 25. Gets across the 30 to the 35, and he's brought down there by second-year long snapper Gordon White on special teams with a nice tackle. So a 6-3 game. Roughriders leading the Tiger Cats. Both of these teams have high expectations. Both of these teams looking to get their offenses on the same page. It has been tough, and it's also tough when you're going against a couple of the league best defenses. Saskatchewan with just under a minute and a half to go in the half, up by 3. Fajardo play action and slings it to his left. It's caught by Albert Awachi, a 5th-year player out of the University of Toronto. He'll be very close to a first down. Looks like he'll be 3 yards shy.
Tunde Adeleke coming up and taking out the space from his free safety position to make that tackle shortly after the catch.
Micah Johnson injured earlier. He is back on the line for the Tiger Cats. 2nd and 3, Saskatchewan on their own 42. Just over a minute to go in the half. Fajardo looks to his right, and he throws a high arcing pass over near that far sideline, and Keon Schaefer-Baker has the football, but
wow,
they're saying it's incomplete.
I actually thought Seontae Evans maybe came up with the interception there. It looked like he had a better grip on it than Baker, but they're going to call it incomplete, and it does look like it touched the turf in between the two. It was really Tunde Adeleke coming in, adding a little contact to that 50-50 ball that really made it pop loose. I think one of these guys would have come up with a reception if Tunde was not in the mix. Sask in punt formation now.
Yeah, that was close. A beautiful arcing pass right on the money, but terrific coverage by Seontae Evans right there with Schaefer-Baker. So Tiger Cats are going to get another chance to at least even this. Well, maybe they will. There is a flag just as the ball was snapped to punter Corey Vedvik.
Time count violation. Saskatchewan, number 70. This is a 10-yard penalty. It's still 3rd down.
So that'll march the Riders back a little bit further. That should help the Tiger Cats for field position with not a lot of time to go when they get this football. Probably be around a minute.
Yeah, it's a valuable 10 yards. A minute 10 here for the Ticats to get down into field goal range. We'll see what this return allows them to for their starting yard here.
Corey Vedvik inside his own 20 to punt this football. Riders leading 6-3. Late opening half. Returned by Pappy White. He gets across the 50, close to midfield. With exactly a minute to go, Dane Evans comes on the field, and we saw Michael Damagala kick a 52-yard field goal already in this opening half.
That was just about, from prior to their time clock violation penalty to where this drive starts, it was just about a 10-yard difference, like almost what would have been a 10-yard net punt. So huge field position swing there, and now the Ticats really reasonably 15 yards until they're in what would be a long field goal range.
Tiger Cats 2 yards shy of midfield. Dane Evans looked to pass, then he hands off to Don Jackson. Tried that delayed handoff, still not much success. Charleston Hughes in on the tackle, and maybe a gain of a half a yard, but not much.
It was a little delayed. Dane just sets up in his passing stance quickly, almost like a draw up the middle, but 2nd and 10 here, and it's a must get for points before the half.
Don Jackson, 4 carries, 0 yards. 2nd and 10, Hamilton on their own 53. Dane Evans backing up, completes the pass. Pappy White on the run, and this will be very close to a first down, Luke.
Yeah. That great job by Pappy White, getting everything he could get close to that first down and making sure he's falling forward and not backwards. And they're going to bring the short yardage out here. They're right in that 3rd and less than 1.
So there's 33 seconds on the clock. Pappy White has had a good first half. 3 receptions, 53 yards, including a 26-yarder. Matthew Schiltz in at quarterback in his 5th season in the CFL, first with the Tiger Cats. He will line up under center and run to his left, and he will have plenty for the first down.
Great job following Brandon Revenberg just to the left of center there, and Matt Schiltz, who's done that hundreds of times now in his CFL career, and easy gain of at least 2 there to no question for the first down.
How great is it to have the perennial all-star Brandon Revenberg to run behind? Dane Evans throws quickly, a hard pass caught by Braylon Addison. We'll see where that forward momentum takes him. He'll be close to the 40-yard line. There's 13 seconds on the clock. And there is a Rough Rider down on the field.
Hard to say who that is. Braylon Addison caught the ball at 5 yards from just to Dane Evans right there, the most inside receiver, and valuable gain, really a gain of 6 yards there actually, and now they are in Damagala's field goal range. He's already made a 52. This would be a 47 if they gained no more yardage on this 2nd down.
13 seconds. How many plays can you get in before you have to kick it, Luke?
Yeah, and you don't want to risk having that clock run out. I mean, I would love to see that outlaw package that they had before and get a 5-yard Oscar route here and have the ability to step out of bounds if needed.
Braylon Addison wearing number 0 this year for the Tiger Cats, trying to change things up for good luck. We just saw a replay. That ball was actually tipped on its way to Addison. Didn't affect him at all. Still made the reception. And the injured Rough Rider was Roland Milligan. He's walking off under his own power. So 2nd and 4 here for the Tiger Cats on the Saskatchewan 40-yard line. It's a handoff to Don Jackson, and he will get just past the 40-yard line, and that will be the only play the Tiger Cats will get in. And now Michael Damagala comes on the field to try to even this game before the end of the half.
So this will be 46 yards here, and the clock will have ticked down by then, so this will be the last play of the half. Boy, after all that, chance to go in with a tie game into the locker room here, and Damagala has been solid.
46-yard attempt. Last play of the opening half. Michael Damagala. It is off the upright and no good. Off the upright, it did not go through. So the first half is over, and it is a 6-3 lead for Saskatchewan. Damagala's kick was sailing to the left, and it looked like it was holding and might get the inside of that upright and go through, but he did not get the good bounce. A 6-3 game. Are you surprised?
I'm surprised from what I expected when I woke up this morning, but from the first snap of this game, it was not. We are both offenses have sputtered and only have had success in flashes here and there. The run game has been particularly challenging for the Ticats, and it's hard to go out there and pass, every play. You have to mix it in, but it has not worked well. Both defenses have been very, very stout. Something will have to break here one way or another for somebody to take over.
You're an offensive guy. For those who love defense, that was a great opening half. 6-3, Saskatchewan leads the Tiger Cats at the half with Bubba O'Neill, and Andy Fantuz is next on the Ticats Audio Network.
Ticats Audio Network.
Welcome back. Second half just underway. Michael Damagala kicking off. Jamal Morrow fields it on the near side. He tried to cut to the middle, and he's hit hard. He fumbles. Curtis Newton has jumped on the ball, and it looks like the Tiger Cats will have it.
They got it.
Inside the Roughriders' 35-yard line. The special teams coming through for the Tiger Cats.
Curtis Newton and Nick Cross, two of the special teams anchors for the Hamilton Ticats, and Craig Butler's guys come up with a great hit to force the fumble. Wow, just like that, the second half starting off opposite of the first half with a turnover in the Ticats' favor.
Tiger Cats, great field position, starting from the Saskatchewan 32. Down by 3, and Dane Evans tried to find Braylon Addison. He was in a sea of green, and the pass was a bit behind him. He couldn't come up with it. It's incomplete.
It was looking pretty good. They were setting up a wide receiver screen to Braylon Addison to Dane Evans' right, and that's what can happen with the screen. Those offensive linemen are letting the defensive rush get into that backfield, and sometimes it happens too well, and Dane didn't have the space or time to make that throw clean.
Second and 10, still on the Saskatchewan 32-yard line. Great special teams creating a turnover. Can the offense capitalize? Dane Evans dumps it off to Sean Thomas Erlington, and he carries Larry Dean far enough for the first down. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down.
Sean Thomas Erlington, maybe just the wind knocked out of him, but on a knee after he got tackled for what was a great first down conversion. Good protection, too, there by the Hamilton Tiger Cat front five. Dane Evans stayed in the pocket and just slightly moved up, brought his eyes back down to find STE off to his left there. Boy, exactly in that first quarter how it went so wrong for Hamilton right off the bat, and just a really, really ugly start, including a turnover. And now they force, with a great hat-on-the-football tackle on the kick return, they force Sask to cough the ball up and flip that turnover right back into their favor. I mean, just a great way to start after what was a really poor first half of football.
Ticats defense giving the offense a chance to get coordinated, get on the same page, giving the team a chance, keeping this game close. Fresh set of downs from the Saskatchewan 21-yard line. Dane Evans takes the snap, play action, throws over the middle. Tim White had it in his hands for a moment, and it was knocked away by Roland Milligan.
Really, really tight man coverage there by Saskatchewan, and they've been doing that a decent bit tonight. That was one free safety high in the field, and everybody else was pressed up, and it was a great throw by Dane. And really, looking at it again, Tim White really just kind of dropped it. Almost looked like he got surprised by the football. Unfortunate miss there.
Second and 10 on the Saskatchewan 21. Dane Evans under pressure, has to leave the pocket, finds an open receiver. It's Braylon Addison who gets across the 10, battles for a couple of more yards, and it's a Hamilton first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
That's the Dane I know right there, man. That was, he's operating right now. He tucks the ball, comes up in the pocket, and finds Braylon. And it's incredible that he was even able to see him through all the defenders and even his own teammates there. And for that first down conversion, really, really impressive by number 9.
Let Dane freelance. He's at his best. From the Saskatchewan 8, it's first and goal. Dane Evans back to throw again, looking end zone wide open receiver. It's Stephen Dunbar Jr. Touchdown, Tiger Cats,
Hamilton,
driven.
number 53.
Oh,
Oh,
It's a
boy.
10-yard penalty. We're going to replay first down.
Okay, so the Tiger Cats, I was about to do the sponsorship, the whole read and everything.
sorry, sponsors. You'll get your turn. Hold on. It's a holding, and that's on Alex Fontana, the center. Oof.
Yeah, well, the Tiger Cats were even in the end zone celebrating when the announcement was made, doing their touchdown celebration.
What a route by Stephen Dunbar Jr., who came in. He was to the far left of Dane Evans, stuttered in, and then was all alone as he turned to the corner. Now it's going to be a repeat of first down here back at the 19-yard line.
So close to the first touchdown of the game and the first lead of the game for the Tiger Cats from the Saskatchewan 19. And here come the Riders, just flying in on Dane Evans. They sack him again. Third sack of the game for the Roughriders. Mike Edom, the 9-year veteran from the University of Calgary, gets to Dane Evans. And that'll push the Ticats back even further, a loss of 10.
Great defensive play call by Jason Shivers, the D coordinator for the Roughriders. Cover 0, right as that drive gets stalled with the penalty to bring everybody, and they were in at Dane Evans right away. And it's second and goal on the 28-yard line.
Yeah, that's an odd one. Dane Evans under pressure again. Tucks, now he flips it ahead to Jake Burt, and he's tackled that time by Mike Edom again. So a couple of great series there for Mike Edom on the last two plays. And the Tiger Cats on the Saskatchewan 23-yard line. It's third down. Michael Damagala will come out to try to connect on his second field goal of the game. He's 1 for 2. He hit a 52-yarder, missed a 46-yarder by maybe an inch off the inside of the upright, and he did not get the good roll.
Oh.
So there's flags flying.
Ugh.
The kick was good. Now we wait.
Hamilton stood up at the offensive line after it seemed like they're saying that the Roughriders jumped there and crossed into that, crossed the point of that ball. Hard to say who was first here. This would be a 30-yard field goal, and it's going to change one way or another. I mean, an entirely new-looking drive there from the Hamilton offense. That is not what we were looking at in the first half.
No.
And yes, they got stuttered out. They had a great touchdown that was called back and reversed, but a much more promising drive. Dane Evans looked particularly sharp there. Not to mention the turnover forced by Craig Butler's special teams unit.
Yeah, a lot of scrambling there by Dane Evans, making things happen. That was a 7-play drive, longest of the game for the Tiger Cats. They
Offside, Saskatchewan, number 6. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's still third down.
Well, that's where the Tiger Cats needed the automatic first down.
Yes, they needed a couple more penalties to go before that. They're still third and goal on their own 18 now.
So, yeah, third and 18. Michael Damagala will attempt a 25-yard field goal to tie the football game. There's the snap, the hold, the kick right down the middle. No problem for Michael Damagala. It's a tie football game at 6 early in the second half. The kickers have been the story. It's low scoring. It is tied. It is close. First game of the year for the Tiger Cats and the Roughriders. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. Nice evening for football in Regina. Tiger Cats, first game of the year. Heading to Mosaic Stadium. It is low scoring, 6-6 between Ticats and the Roughriders. Roughriders hosting the Grey Cup.
Major foul misconduct, post-play unnecessary roughness foul against Saskatchewan number 91. It's a 15-yard penalty. It's first down.
So the Roughriders are starting from their own 25-yard line. You hopefully were able to hear the call. Anthony Lanier took that penalty for Saskatchewan. Ticats defense has been stellar in this game. Cody Fajardo trying to get the Roughriders going. Play action, but Dylan Wynn puts the pressure on. That forces Fajardo out of the pocket. Running to his left and tracking him down was Malik Carney. Almost got to him, and Fajardo had to get out of bounds before he took a hit.
Fajardo really has impressive speed when he escapes like that. I mean, that was really, really great rush by the front four for Hamilton. Fajardo had no options downfield. I mean, he spinned out to his left, but he did get a meaningful gain. I mean, he was probably a good 12 yards deep in his own backfield and ended up getting putting him in 2nd and 4.
Got 6 yards, yeah. Now Saskatchewan from their own 31. Fajardo's throwing deep. Down the left sideline, Shaq Evans caught it inside the Hamilton 40, and it was in double coverage with a couple of great defenders, Tunde Adeleke and Jamal Roll right there, but a 40-yard gain for the Roughriders. And Shaq Evans, who was hurt for a lot of last year, is a deep threat, and you saw it right there, or at least heard it here on the Ticats Audio Network.
Just the perfect ball, dropped in right with the right timing in the perfect spot, and it was a great release by Shaq Evans, too, off the line on Jamal Roll. He had the upper shoulder and just you can't defend the perfect pass.
Ball on the Hamilton 38, so all of a sudden the Roughriders offense has woken up too. Fajardo, he'll pitch it back to Keon Schaefer-Baker. He's got a bit of an opening, tries to jump. Julian Hauser carried him for a couple of steps. Athletic play by Schaefer-Baker, and the Riders continue to move the football.
Yeah, he went to hurdle and kind of rode the tidal wave for a good 4 or 5 yards for a positive gain. This just doesn't even look like the same football game we were watching the first.
Not at all.
Just fun, productive offense here. Yes, there was a touchdown that got called back, and so the points don't look entirely different. Still a battle of field goals and punting, but a couple just exciting plays in a row from both sides.
Riders now on the Hamilton 29-yard line, and they only needed a couple of inches to get the first down, and it looks like the quarterback keeper by Cody Fajardo has enough for a fresh set of downs for the Roughriders. So Saskatchewan has not trailed in this game. They led 3-0 and 6-3. It's currently 6-all, third quarter. First 2 games of the CFL season were close, much more high scoring than this one has been. Just over 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 here for the Roughriders. They're on the Hamilton 28-yard line. Cody Fajardo calling the play. Gets the snap, hands off. And this time it's Keenan LaFrance. And
Hamilton defense, that run defense is
yeah,
just so
there
just
wasn't
so
much
stout.
there. Would he get maybe a yard?
Yeah, it looks like it, and that's kind of been the story tonight as it's been kind of carried in from last season. That they are impressive and hard to run against.
Best run defense in 2021 belonged to the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and they've been very good in this game as well. Saskatchewan's managed 45 rushing yards. There is a flag just before this ball was snapped.
Offside, Saskatchewan, number 89. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's still 2nd down.
Keon Schaefer-Baker for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. A little too anxious in that waggle there.
Little rain falling at Mosaic Stadium. 2nd and 13 now for the Roughriders. They are on the Hamilton 31. Brett Lawther has hit both of his field goals in this game. Cody Fajardo steps back. Julian Hauser putting pressure on, but Fajardo again able to scramble and get away from that pressure. Takes a hit from Alden Darby, and then he'll go out of bounds. Appears he'll be short of the first down, though.
Yep, Brett Lawther taking the field for what would be his 3rd attempt for the night. He's made 2 already. This one will be a 29-yarder here. Excuse me, a 30-yarder as he lines up.
I don't think Roughriders fans would Want to see Cody Fajardo take too many of those hard hits on his right shoulder. Alden Darby not shy to make those big hits. Brett Lowther hits another field goal. He's 3 for 3. He's done all the scoring for the Roughriders, and they lead again, 9-6. 6 minutes, 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. Roughriders lead the Tiger Cats by 3. This is the Ticats Audio Network. RJ Broadhead, Luke Tasker. Ticats trailing the Roughriders 9-6. It's been a game of field goals. A little more offensive production in the second half. 6 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the third quarter. Dane Evans stays in the pocket. Now he's flushed out, and he throws one to the right sideline. It was a wobbler, but he was trying to throw that football away as he was under pressure from the Riders again.
Tim White on a deep comeback there was sort of the intended receiver, but you're right. It was time to get rid of that ball, and really impressive rush by the Sask front four.
Dane Evans, 15 for 22, 135 yards, has not thrown a touchdown, does have an interception. However, we thought he had a touchdown as he connected with Stephen Dunbar, but apparently brought that one back. Tiger Cats have not led in the football game. On their own 40-yard line. 2nd and 10, Dane Evans trying to call the play in a loud Mosaic stadium. The Roughriders got him again. Larry Dean in there, Charleston Hughes right there. Another sack for the Roughriders. I believe that's their 4th of the football game. And punting unit coming on again for Hamilton.
Larry Dean, really, really great in his time in Hamilton here. And boy, they had an unbelievable jump on the snap of this football. Larry Dean and Anthony Lanier were in there almost immediately, in 2 plays in a row. Dane without a chance to make anything happen.
Simon Larea on to punt for the 7th time. 6 in the first half, first time in the second half. And this punt right down the middle, caught by Jamal Morrow at his own 41-yard line. He'll get up close to the 46-yard line. Again, great special teams coverage by the Tiger Cats. So they'll spot this on the 48.
You could actually hear Simon Larea yelling short, short, short there and running up to get that. That was not his best kick of the night.
It's 9-6 Roughriders. We'll take a break on the Ticats Audio Network. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. I'm RJ Broadhead. He is Luke Tasker. Riders starting from their own 48-yard line, leading the Tiger Cats 9-6. On the far hash mark, Cody Fajardo looks to his right, tries to throw down that sideline to Shaq Evans. Tunde Adeleke got over there and negated it. Incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Adeleke.
When Fajardo let that ball go, it looked like it was almost a blown coverage. There was a big gap there in the defensive secondary, but Tunde Adeleke, he takes space out so quickly. He's got unbelievable catch-up speed and great savvy ball skills at the point of impact. That would have been a really easy place to draw a pass interference, and he avoided that.
2nd and 10 for the Roughriders, still on their own 48. Hamilton defense trying to come up big again. Fajardo looks like he's got some time, and he's throwing an open receiver, and it's Duke Williams. He's down to the Hamilton 40-yard line. It's a first down for the Roughriders, and they're in Hamilton territory.
That was cover 4, a really deep zone coverage there by the Tiger Cats, and Fajardo just with too much time. He was able to sit patiently and let Duke Williams come in behind the will linebacker to make that catch.
24-yard gain. Duke Williams saying he thinks the Roughriders have the best receiving core in the CFL. Getting it going more in this second half. Jamal Morrow, some tough yards, maybe got a couple. But the run defense there again for the Tiger Cats. That'll be 2nd and 6 now. Roughriders have advanced the ball to the Hamilton 34. Brent Lowther has kicked 3 field goals. Second and 6 Roughriders. trying to add to their lead. Looks like Fajardo's changing the play, calling an audible. And that might be close to offside. I don't see any flags. Throwing on the run, completes the pass, Fajardo does, to Justin McInnes. Doesn't look like it'll be enough for a first down.
Good tackle, Jovan Santos Knox, and that was important. It keeps him in 3rd and 3 now, avoids that short yardage situation, forces Lothar back on the field.
So Brett Lothar trying for his 4th field goal of the game. He's made from 13 yards, 48 yards, 30 yards, and this is a 39-yard attempt for Lothar, and it is down the middle. It's been a good game for the Saskatchewan Roughriders kicker. 4 field goals for Brett Lothar, and now they're doubling up the Tiger Cats. It's 12-6 Roughriders late in the 3rd quarter.
With that, I think he surpassed his good buddy Justin Medlock for the all-time percentage list there. He's just broke the 86%.
Ticats trailing by 6. This is the Ticats Audio Network.
We're going to have a good East Division.
Yeah.
Ticats are poised. I mean, they've got to be the favorites in the East. We got Grey Cup in Saskatchewan, which will be a really good time.
Yeah.
And, hopefully got a season with no issues, just a great season ahead. So I'm pumped about that.
Mike Morreale, Rob Hitchcock, they think the season will fall out. That's Morreale and Hitch on the Ticats Audio Network. Always entertaining. Couple of Ticats greats. Always great to hear what they have to say. 2 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and the time is now for the Hamilton offense to get clicking. Riders starting to inch ahead more and more, up by 6 right now. It's a straight handoff to Braylon Addison, who looked like he wasn't going to get much past the line of scrimmage. Instead, he got very close to a first down. Probably about 9 on the play.
Yeah, that's one of their best run plays of the night. And you're right, it was a straight handoff. Braylon Addison, from his normal slot wide receiver position, was lined up right there next to Dane Evans and took the handoff up the middle for a nice gain.
2nd and 1, right near midfield, getting close. Tiger Cats, Dane Evans wanted to hand off to Don Jackson, decided to keep it himself, and ran right in the arms of Derek Moncrief, and it's a loss for the Tiger Cats of a couple there. So now it's 3rd and 3. It looked promising after that first down, but this Riders defense has been very good. Tiger Cats have not been able to run the ball.
Simon Larea, who's been a Ticat for less than a week here, has been out on the field and in the mix quite a bit tonight. Great opportunity here for him to flip this field.
Cabral De Beer down for the Roughriders, getting some medical attention. He has a quarterback sack in the game. Tiger Cats have only managed 24 yards rushing in the game. Don Jackson, he's carried 5 times for a yard. Tim White, actually the leading rusher for the Tiger Cats, according to the statistics. A couple of fly sweeps in there. Sometimes they're included as a rush. They've given him 2 carries for 11 yards.
The quarterbacks always like when that fly sweep gets tossed forward. You get the free passing yards on that.
So Simon Larea, as Luke mentioned, out there to punt again. And he's standing on his own 33-yard line. He has had a very successful first game in the CFL. Probably doesn't know all his Ticats teammates' names yet. And he will take a couple of steps forward, punt this football. Good kick inside the 20. Jamal Morrow trying to find some space, but it was again between the numbers and the sideline where Morrow caught that football, so there wasn't much room for him to maneuver, and the Tiger Cats take him down after only a few yards on that return.
That was a great kick and really good hang time and good distance as well, but more than that. It was closer to the sidelines than the numbers. He was way to the outside right of the field, and there's not much a return man can do with that.
Getting close to the end of the third quarter. The Roughriders are leading the Tiger Cats 12-6. The scoring has all come from field goals in this game. Saskatchewan starting from their own 28-yard line. Cody Fajardo starting to show glimpses of this offense waking up, and there's another completion. Over the middle, it's Duke Williams. Hit him on the run, and it's a big gain for the Roughriders up close to midfield.
That was to Fajardo's left. Duke Williams and Shaq Evans motioned together to a stack and crossed, and Jamal Roll, Alden Darby, everyone was kind of banging in there together, and Duke Williams ended up 15 yards right up the alley wide open.
24-yard gain. We saw it in the preseason. The teams put up some passing yards against the Tiger Cats. Not very successful running, but now the Riders are going to the passing game and are being successful. Pass caught by Keon Schaefer-Baker.
Great job by Alden Darby there, recognizing that short wide receiver, almost a screen to the Fajardo's left there. And Darby ran up to take on the blocker and set an edge, which actually tripped up the pass as well for a small gain. Really right back to the line of scrimmage, actually.
Hamilton defense trying to come up big. Riders able to move the football close to midfield. It is 2nd and 10, and Cody Fajardo looks skyward as flags fly.
Offside. Saskatchewan, no flag.
Duke Williams there.
It's still 2nd down, and there's one more play.
Duke Williams in the first half had 2 catches for 7 yards. In this third quarter, 2 catches for 48 yards. So the Riders really starting to stretch things out, and ever since he joined the Riders last year, he became a deep threat. And he's also had an ongoing conversation with Simone Lawrence
all
in this
night.
game.
Yep.
Rough Riders and their fans, not Simone Lawrence fans. 2nd and 15. Riders on their own 47. Fajardo throwing over the middle, and somehow in tight coverage completes it to Justin McInnes. And that will be close to a first down. So it's 12-6 for the Roughriders. It'll be 3rd and 2. We'll see what Saskatchewan decides to do. But they lead the Tiger Cats by 6 through 3 quarters at Mosaic Stadium in Regina. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. 1 quarter of football left in Regina. I'm RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. The Roughriders, thanks to 4 field goals from Brett Lowther, lead the Tiger Cats 12-6. Cody Fajardo, much better in that third quarter, went 6 for 7 for 105 yards. So the Saskatchewan offense has started to wake up. It's 3rd and 2, and the Riders are gambling. Fajardo throwing way out to the right, and nobody there.
Wow. Alden Darby was immediately in the backfield. Cam Kelly came off the edge from Sam linebacker position, was immediately in the backfield. That was 3rd down.
Third and 2. I think we're both checking the downs to make sure it's right, because it just was an odd play call that the Riders were trying to pass on 3rd and 2. That's the 3rd turnover of the game for Saskatchewan. 2nd time they've done it on downs. The other time was on special teams, and the Tiger Cats were able to get their 2nd field goal out of that. So the offense on the field for Hamilton from their own 50, and that is an incomplete pass. Dane Evans has to get this offense rolling like Fajardo has started to get the Riders going. Still a 6-point game, 1-score game early in the fourth quarter.
Sask is 28-0 on a streak currently of games where they're winning after the third quarter. Haven't lost in 28 times that they've been in this situation. It's here they are again.
Great stat. I love that you're into the stats. Here's Dane Evans, 2nd and 10. Hamilton on their own 50, under pressure. Gets away from the first wave, still under pressure. He's fumbled the football, and now the Riders have picked it up. Charleston Hughes picks up that fumble. 2nd time in the game, Dane Evans has fumbled, and the Riders have recovered, but there is a flag on the play.
Dane scrambling, running, eyes downfield, trying to keep it alive to make something happen. Boy, early on, back to his left to the flat, he had one of his guys all alone over there, but it happened so quickly. Dane was forced to step up in the pocket and scramble out. He's got to get that ball up by his chest, though, when he's running out of there. It's the second time tonight he's sort of been surprised by it.
After the fumble, illegal block, Saskatchewan, number 37. We'll go back 10 yards. It's going to be first down for Saskatchewan.
So it is a fumble recovered by the Roughriders. The illegal block will move them back 10 yards. But still a costly turnover for the Tiger Cats, who are trailing by 6 now early in the fourth quarter. Riders offense much better in the third quarter. Cody Fajardo back on the field. Riders on Hamilton's side of midfield. Fajardo back to pass, looks to his right, throws to his right, and reaching for it, Shaq Evans cannot catch it. It goes incomplete.
You saw Fajardo, he put a foot in the ground, he muscled everything he had on that ball, and he kind of hung his head immediately. He just missed that to the right, pushed that pass out of Shaq Williams' reach there. 2nd and 10. Big play here for the Ticat defense.
Defense trying to keep this game close. Hope that the offense can start moving the football and get some points. Cody Fajardo throwing over the middle. It's caught. It's caught, it's complete, and in Ticats territory, Jacob Prahl, the rookie out of Brown, with his first CFL catch. It is a big one down to the Hamilton 20-yard line.
That was very impressive by Prahl on the reception and Fajardo. It was cover 0, and somehow they got off a 30-yard pass and completion there, right up the middle between the hashes.
33 yards, Alden Darby Jr. brought down Prahl. Roughriders hand off this time to Jamal Morrow, and he tries to go right up the middle. Jovan Santos Knox, the last to get a hand on Morrow with a minimal gain.
Couple explosive pass plays for the Roughriders in this second half. Again, very different from what we were seeing in the first half by both teams, but costly turnover by the Ticats, followed immediately by a great drive start there by Fajardo.
Cody Fajardo, 4 completions in the second half of over 20 yards. Fajardo again throwing deep, looking end zone, just over the head of Shaq Evans. Tight coverage with Jamal Roll.
Again, cover 0, and Fajardo really comfortable back there. That's 8 guys rushing. They had 4 receivers out in their passing concept and 4 defenders, and Fajardo not enough of a rush there. There is a flag on the field right now.
Shaq Evans ran into Simone Lawrence.
Major foul, misconduct, Saskatchewan number 1. It's a 15-yard penalty. It's going to be 3rd down.
So I think this was Shaq Evans making that motion to call for a flag. That has for years been illegal. That's been a penalty in the CFL, and I think he's just looking at the ref, calling and signaling that he should throw this flag, and he got called on it. Okay, I take it back. There was a little extra physicality with Simone Lawrence there after that incomplete pass, totally uncalled for.
Yeah, Simone Lawrence is not a favorite of the Roughriders. Brett Lawther, another field goal here for Saskatchewan. He has been automatic. He has totaled all their offense. This one from 41 yards. It's now 15-6. The Roughriders leading the Tiger Cats. Hamilton will try to get going on offense when we come back on the Ticats Audio Network. 7 field goals have been made in this game. The Roughriders had 5 of them. Brett Lawther, 5 for 5. He's kicked 171 yards of field goals. It is a 15-6 game. That's significant because it's now a 2-possession game. So Dane Evans has to get things rolling for the Tiger Cats. Play action, throws over the middle. It's behind Braylon Addison, but he makes a great catch on that ball. And it is a first down for the Tiger Cats. First down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. Wasting no time to keep things rolling on the field. Dane Evans, no huddle, empty backfield. Quickly throws out to his right. It's complete to Pappy White. Gets a couple of yards. He caught it right about at the line of scrimmage, and then the Riders were able to get to him, but positive yardage there for Pappy White.
I like this back-to-back. Dane Evans with a little play-action draw and a quick slant to Braylon Addison. Immediately to the line of scrimmage, quick wide receiver screen. Now they're lining up again.
Ticats just on the Roughriders side of midfield on the Saskatchewan 54. Dane Evans, it was almost picked off by Derek Moncrief. Turns into a knockdown, but that's going to bring out the punting team again for the Roughriders, and there's 10.5 minutes to go. Roughriders lead by 9.
That's kind of been the story here. Just not able to get momentum. 2 good plays and then batted down, lining up quick for the punt here.
Simon Larea.
Good kick.
Very good kick. This will be caught at the 10-yard line by Jamal Morrow. Again, between the numbers and the far sideline, so not a lot of room to work, and he got maybe 7 yards on that return. The Roughriders continue to add to their lead. They're up by 9, 15-6, with just over 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. On Ticats this week, Luke, we didn't predict all field goal game. Tiger Cats have punted 9 times. 15-6. Roughriders lead the Tiger Cats. 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the football game, and it is a fly sweep to Shaq Evans, a play that the Tiger Cats use quite a bit, and Evans gets close to the 30-yard line. That is close to a first down.
Really, it's just how fast the ball gets from center to Cody Fajardo to Shaq Evans. It's just so quick that there's those free passing yards Cody Fajardo just gained right there. Just that floating pitch forward, but it's just so efficient, and you have to do that if you're going to run laterally out of the backfield. And great, Shaq Evans has the skill set to do that quickly.
Riders have put themselves in a good position here. It's 2nd and 1. They're on their own 26-yard line, leading by 9. Cody Fajardo in the shotgun. It's a handoff to Jamal Morrow, trying to get to the outside. Kyle Wilson got a piece of him, holding on to the jersey. Got some help from Jovan Santos-Knox and Richard Leonard, but they weren't able to stop Morrow from getting the yard he needed. It appears to be a Saskatchewan first down, and it is.
Part of that, if Sask can establish some of that healthy run game that has been a struggle tonight and is kind of always a struggle against the Hamilton defense, but that this fourth quarter clock's going to disappear if they
Yes.
continue to drive the ball down like that.
That's the goal of the Riders. Up by 9, they want to take as much time off this clock as possible. 8 minutes and 40 seconds. The clock is running. Fajardo, he'll pass this time. Over his left, and on the run, it's a perfect pass. Shank Evans just in front of Alden Darby goes out of bounds at the Ticats sideline. It's another first down, and Rough Riders getting close to midfield.
Again, Duke Williams and Shaq are trading motions there, and it was actually covered so cleanly by Jamal Roll and Alden Darby, but that you can't cover the perfect throw. You can't defeat that. That was just very well placed by Cody Fajardo.
Riders had only 3 first downs in the first half. They have 7 in the second half. Clock running. Riders up by 9. Fajardo staying in the pocket, has to run. Micah Johnson, the former Rough Rider in his first year with the Tiger Cats, able to bring Fajardo down. Looked like it was right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's that crucial second down, 2nd and 10 here on their own 49. Putting them into 3rd down here after this play, keeps them out of that field goal range. And Lawther has been a sniper with the field goals tonight, and this is a big chance to avoid crucial points.
Riders on their own 49 from the far hash mark. Oh, Shaq Evans, it was a high pass to the left, and he jumped up and almost one-handed it. Could not do it. It's incomplete. And now the Riders will have to punt. Tiger Cats will get this ball back. There's 7 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. Tiger Cats offense has come from 2 Michael Damagala field goals. Lawrence Woods back for this punt, coming way in, comes up to the 25, breaks one tackle. There is a flag on the play, and he's able to work up to the 33 or 34 yard line. The Roughriders lead the Tiger Cats 15-6. Dane Evans coming on the field. We'll see what he can do when we come back on the Ticats Audio Network. RJ Broadhead and Luke Tasker, Ticats' first game of the season in Regina against the Roughriders. No touchdowns. It's been all field goals, but the Riders have 5 of them. It's 15-6. 9-point game, 2-possession game. 7 minutes, 25 seconds. Clock is running. That's all that's left in the game. Dane Evans has orchestrated just 7 first downs tonight. Evans back to pass, throwing down the left sideline. It's perfect. Hits Stephen Dunbar on the run. The 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Tiger Cats. This touchdown driven by Enterprise, connecting you to the game you love. You couldn't have drawn it up any better at a crucial time in the football game. The offense is alive.
Wow. Just the most cleanest, explosive pass play we've seen all night. And right when they needed it, you're right, it seems like such a grind all day to get down to the field goal range. And then just like that, Steve Dunbar Jr., all alone, catches that down the sidelines, and Dane Evans puts it right on the money. Beautiful, beautiful play.
71 yards. Dane Evans to Stephen Dunbar Jr. Michael Damagala hits the convert, and it is a 2-point game. So forget that 2-possession game. The Tiger Cats are within 2 points. It's 15-13. Riders still leading. That was just a beautiful play for the Tiger Cats, and what a finish. This has been an exciting CFL season. Every game, the previous 2, have been within 3 points. This one close again.
Dane Evans, plenty of time in the pocket there. And that halfback, RJ, this is kind of part of this new CFL, right? The boundary here is much wider than it has been in years past. And that boundary halfback, Roland Milgren, for the Sask Roughriders, just caught way too far inside. Steve Dunbar takes an outside release on his corner there, which is Marshall, number 3. Great release with his hands, but that boundary now is way too much space for that halfback to be in there on the hash. And boy, that's how that's going to be if teams don't adjust that boundary side zone.
Stephen Dunbar, his first touchdown of the season, and it is game on in Regina. The kickoff picked up by Jamal Morrow, and he'll barrel up close to the Riders' 25-yard line. There's under 7 minutes to go. It's 15-13. Saskatchewan still leading. First touchdown of the game belongs to the Tiger Cats.
70-plus yard touchdown throw, and prior to that, the Ticats were only averaging 3 yards a play for the whole game, and then they popped that one off of Steve Dunbar's enormous touchdown.
You hang in there, you stay with it, good things will happen. That changes all those not so great statistics. They'll look a lot better now. Cody Fajardo starting from his own 25, and he connects to Shaq Evans, and he's up across the 45. Big gain for Saskatchewan.
Boy, this fourth quarter is shaping up to be just as exciting as the 2 other CFL games this weekend out west, and a 2-point game here, and some big pass plays being made down the field by both teams.
That was a great catch by Shaq Evans. He was in the air, reaching behind him, and seeing the replay, Alden Darby Jr. might have thought he was going to get an interception because it was behind Evans, who made a really acrobatic catch. Fajardo, 1st and 10 from the Saskatchewan 46, rolls to his left, fakes a pass. Simone Lawrence able to trip Fajardo up just in front of the Hamilton sideline. He goes out of bounds, able to get close to a first down. About 6 on that run.
Fajardo's having a really impressive second half here. All kinds of throws down the field, 15-plus yard throws. Almost seems like one on every drive at least. And then, like he always does with his legs, he can make those gap plays between the big throws, and they're on their way to another impressive drive.
By far, the Riders' leading rusher in this game. Fajardo has 41 yards on the ground. Jamal Morrow second with 9. 2nd and 4 from the Saskatchewan 52. Morrow trying to add to his total. A stiff arm in Simone Lawrence. And he will be very close to a first down.
They had a heavy set in the game with 2 fullbacks and their running back there. Obviously a run formation, but they only got about half what they needed. They're third and a long yard and a half here now.
So right at midfield, the Riders are going to go for it. So they're going to gamble. They've turned the ball over twice on downs in this game. Cody Fajardo calling the play. He'll hand it off. Morrow got a good burst of speed and blasts past the line. He's into Hamilton territory, and that is enough for the first down and keeps this drive going for the Riders.
Gutsy. I mean, that's the third time that they've gone for it, and they've failed on a few attempts tonight, and that was excellent play call and a easy, got it by 2 yards or so for that first down, and crucial for both the ability for them to get points on this drive and to control the clock.
And Jamal Morrow, who came into this drive with just 9 rushing yards, gets a couple there, and that's enough to get into Hamilton territory. Fajardo looking to pass again, under pressure. Cam Kelly, Julian Hauser closing in, but he's able to find his outlet. Jamal Morrow, and this is a big gain inside the Hamilton 30, and Fajardo scrambling. Found Morrow open, and the Riders are getting close to some more points. Under 4 minutes to go.
Set up the screen to Fajardo's left, and he had that. Ticats were in there quick, as they are on screens, and Fajardo got out to his left and kept that alive. Impressive run after the catch by running back Morrow.
25 yards after the catch. A little shimmy shake, getting close to the 3-minute warning. Ball on the 27-yard line. There is a Tiger Cat down just in front of the Tiger Cat sideline.
Might be Dylan Wynn. He appears to be missing from that lineup right now in the front 4, and he was chasing Fajardo in the backfield before Fajardo was able to get that screen out.
Saw Kyle Saxolit, who left earlier in the game on crutches on the Hamilton sideline. Simone Lawrence has had a really rough ride in this game.
There's really only one city that likes Simone Lawrence.
Well, sometimes the great players, that's the way it goes,
Yeah,
and
right.
I think that's probably the way Simone would want it too.
Yeah, of course. But wow, huge gain there to go down not only into field goal range. At this point, a field goal forces that to a 5-point lead. They are well within Brett Lother's range now. They'll probably look to control this clock into the 3-minute warning. It's 3:42 on the clock now.
Riders on the Hamilton 27. 7 passing plays, over 20 yards in the second half for Saskatchewan. They've figured some things out in the second half. They had a 9-point lead. Hamilton was able to reduce that. Fighting for some yards was Keenan LaFrance. He gets inside the 20-yard line. Be short of the first down. 3 yards short. And the clock ticking. We are going to get to the 3-minute warning here.
We have a timeout for Hamilton.
So with 3 minutes and 2 seconds, the Tiger Cats call a timeout. Hoping to get this ball back with plenty of time, and they're going to add a few seconds. So now they add 4 seconds. So 3 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock. Riders in a 2nd and 3 situation. They're on the Hamilton 20.
Brett Lawther has 5 kicks tonight, all good for all of Sask's 15 points. And the Ticats have already multiple times stuffed drives short and held them to just 3 points. And it is crucial right now that they do that and hold this to a 3-point gain here. If Sask and Cody Fajardo are able to drive down and get and convert this for a touchdown, that's gonna make it very, very difficult in these last 3 minutes for Dane Evans and his offense.
Fajardo had just over 60 yards passing in the first half. He's closing in on 300 yards passing in the game now. Big second half for Fajardo. Rolls to his right, looking end zone, throwing deep. It's caught by Keon Schaefer-Baker. Touchdown, Roughriders. There is a flag on the play.
He's dancing down there. This has got to be on him, though. It looked to me like offensive pass interference, and we don't have the call yet, but really?
The penalty declines. It's a touchdown.
Oh, this is on Hamilton. I don't know. It looked
Richard
to me.
Leonard.
Wow. Well, there you go. We haven't had another look at it, but I thought this was going to go on the offense here, and sure enough.
Schaefer-Baker, a breakout star last year for the Roughriders, ran into the crowd after that touchdown. We're getting a look at it now. Luke, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm actually surprised anybody got called. Actually, now I see it again.
Yeah.
It just looks like standard hand fighting. It not really anything egregious, but
well, it's a massive play. 20-yard touchdown, Fajardo to Schaefer-Baker, and coming on for the extra point is Lowther, and he connects. That makes it a 22-13 game. Riders get up to a 9-point lead again. It's a 2-possession game. Tiger Cats will have the ball when we come back. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Under 3 minutes to go, 2 minutes, 58 seconds on the clock. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. It was looking promising for the Tiger Cats after a touchdown, and Cody Fajardo leads the Roughriders down the field and answers with the Riders' first touchdown of the game. 9-point game. Roughriders will kick off. Lawrence Woods had the great preseason for the Tiger Cats. Catches that kickoff at his own 4-yard line. He's up to the 15, the 20. Gets to the 30. He's hit there and can go no further. Albert Awachi made a good tackle and stops Woods just shy of the 30. Maybe they'll spot him on the 30, so they give him the 30-yard line with his forward progress.
Now the work's doubled for Dane and for all of the Ticats, right? They got to do this twice now in the last 3 minutes to get down there and put points on the board, and at least one has to be a touchdown. Fajardo took over the second half. I mean, unbelievable ability to make explosive pass plays and to keep things alive with his legs when needed.
Dane Evans, 3 receivers to his left, the boundary side, and it is picked off. The Riders pick him off. Derek Moncrief is running down that sideline. He might score. Evans trying to force him out of bounds. Don Jackson was there too. I think he's just shy of the touchdown, but Derek Moncrief with the interception, and the Riders are going to be right near the goal line to add to their total. With 2:39 to go, that is a costly turnover.
Jason Shivers, the D coordinator for the Roughriders, that's a surprise cover zero. That's not really the field zone where you're thinking cover zero. You're in your own end, first drive of a series, and he threw cover zero in there, and Dane just trying his best with a lot of pressure to get that ball somewhere positive, and of course it ends up in the hands of a green shirt, and really would have been better if he scored that touchdown, because now, you know, they can eat up some clock here, unless if they want to, prior to putting this in for another touchdown here. They'll have 3 chances at it.
39-yard return for Derek Moncrief, and you're right, Luke. They'll have this ball on the Hamilton 1. 2:39 to go. Fajardo under center. He'll take it in himself. It's a touchdown for the Roughriders. So back-to-back touchdowns for Saskatchewan, and Now they are, dare I say, comfortably ahead. 28-13. An extra point awaits.
Yeah, unfortunately, the fourth quarter sort of spell that the Ticats saw a lot last year is sort of carried over here now. I mean, they're really, really outscored drastically so now in this fourth quarter, and that trend for Sask has continued as well with their fourth quarter dominance going into it in the lead and lining up here for two.
So the Riders will try for two. You're right, Luke.
Make it 17 points. Makes sense, of course, and a lot of work left to do either way for the Ticats, but their math is on point, I guess.
After a quiet opening half, Cody Fajardo's turned in a pretty good game. 308 passing yards, 42 rushing yards. Here he is trying for a 2-point convert. It's good. It's caught by Duke Williams. And so the Saskatchewan Roughriders get to 30 points. That was a difficult task against the Tiger Cats a year ago.
Boy, this is where that Mosaic Stadium and the crowd out there and the atmosphere of Roughrider Nation gets going. It's rowdy and loud and not a great place to be a competitor here. Duke Williams sort of giving it a little extra for his celebration there.
So it's
he sort of missed the backflip. Did you see that one? he went for a little handspring backflip, didn't quite stick the landing there. But
well, the Roughriders hosting the Grey Cup this year. A lot of expectations on them. 30-13, they lead the Tiger Cats. Tough place to play for game one. Time not on the Tiger Cats side. There's 2 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. And the Tiger Cats will have the Roughriders kick off to them. And it's Lawrence Woods, again, inside his own 5, running to his right toward the middle of the field, and he is tackled quickly by Jaden Dahlke, the rookie out of the University of Alberta.
Great tackle.
Tiger Cats will start this drive on their own 23-yard line, down by 17 points.
Boy, I hate to say it, RJ. This is so reminiscent of a lot of the years when I was playing, and just going out west to start, which happens frequently in the way that the league schedules things, and it's just getting off on that wrong foot to the season and having to sort of claw your way back up, and then you get this that snap dribbled backwards to now Matt Schultz, who's in the game to take over some of these last-minute reps. But boy, when it rains, it pours, man. It picks up momentum in a very bad way sometimes. Football is tough like that.
So there's a penalty, and it looks like it's against Hamilton. As you mentioned, Luke, Dane Evans on the sideline.
Hamilton, number 67. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's still first down.
So nothing going the Tiger Cats' way. 2 minutes, 33 seconds to go. Matthew Schultz in at quarterback. It'll be 1st and 15. Hamilton pushed back to their own 18-yard line. Schultz with the dark tinted visor, wearing number 18. In the shotgun, he'll fake the handoff. He can run, but he decides to pass, and it is complete up the middle to Braylon Addison.
Good positive gain for Matt Schultz to come in and you're just looking to get positive out of each play here, right? Avoid mistakes, put some calm back into the mojo here for the Ticat offense, and try to come off the field with a few good plays before the last whistle.
3-yard gain. Tiger Cats on their own 26. Schultz completes to Don Jackson out of the backfield, and it looks like he should have enough for a first down. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down. Saskatchewan, all of a sudden, they Tiger Cats got to within 2, and then the Riders put up 15 points in 28 seconds. Scored a touchdown, got a turnover, scored another touchdown. Schultz throwing again, complete to Braylon Addison. He was trying to turn back to break it upfield, and he was tackled by Derek Moncrief, who's having a good game for the Roughriders, including that interception that led to their last touchdown. 2nd and 8 coming up for Hamilton. From their own 36-yard line, trailing 30-13. Only a minute 44 to go in the game. Matthew Schultz in at quarterback. In the shotgun, throws again. Caught on the run by Braylon Addison. That is another first down for the Tiger Cats. First down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Nice. Braylon Addison back-to-back with the little hitch to Schultz left, and then a deep out route to follow for the first down.
Tiger Cats up to their own 49-yard line. Fresh set of downs. Time ticking, though. They're down by 17. They have to get some points if they want to come back. Schultz under pressure. He's brought down again, and it is the quarterback sack king from a year ago. A.C. Leonard gets into the act, bringing down Schultz.
2nd and 14 now. There's a minute and a half left. Schultz has come in and kind of operated pretty well. That was a really, really athletic sack in the backfield there by A.C. Leonard to bring him down and see if Schultz can make something happen here with a long second down.
Yeah, 2nd and 14, Luke. Minute 15 to go. Schultz under pressure again. Charleston Hughes in his face, able to get the ball to Don Jackson, who's high-stepping his way across midfield. It'll be short of a first down with a minute 5 to go, but the Tiger Cats down by 17. They have to keep going and try to get another first down here, or maybe more.
It was a good play, 11-yard gain on a screen there, and Schultz did a good job of finding Don Jackson, which is always sort of problematic with a running back screen up the middle there, but really, Don Jackson's one of his most productive plays for the night there.
3rd and 2 into Saskatchewan territory. Matthew Schultz takes a couple of steps back, throws a hard pass. It's complete to Tim White. It's Tiger Cats first down, presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. Down to the Saskatchewan 48-yard line, but there's only 44 seconds to go. Matthew Schultz has come in. He's gone 6 for 6 for 48 yards. However, the Riders, in a bit of a prevent defense, up by 17, knowing there's not much time on the clock. A lot of those short passes are there for Schultz. There's a Rider down on the field.
Fajardo with a win tonight becomes the 7th quarterback to get 22 wins in his first 30 starts. Really impressive beginning to... You love my stats, don't you?
I do.
Oh,
I do.
Man.
We've turned you from a CFL All-Star into a
computer nerd.
Yeah. You're one of us.
He did play really, really well tonight. I mean, he both sides stuttered on offense in the first half, but particularly in his second half here, I mean, it was really unbelievable. Just explosive pass play after explosive pass play, and the West is all it's all wins for the West so far in the CFL, and the East has yet to see one.
The injured Rough Rider was Nicholas Daly. He's able to get off under his own power. Played at the University of Saskatchewan. You're right, Luke, the East, nobody's able to get a win here. Matthew Schultz under pressure. Now he's scrambling, and he's getting away from this Riders' pressure, or at least he did for a while. Too many Rough Riders, and Schultz took a lot of time off the clock to get a couple of yards there and prevent a sack. Toronto with the Week 1 bye, not ideal, but it couldn't have worked out any better for them, watching what's happening and seeing all the East Division teams lose. Matthew Schultz threw that one, and it was very nearly picked off. It hit Pete Robertson right between the 4 and the 5 on his jersey.
A lot of pass knockdowns by the Sask front four tonight. A couple almost resulting in interceptions and kind of work all around, right? I mean, there was only moments of productive offense. In the third quarter, we did see Dane Evans make some nice plays downfield, but the Ticats have a lot of work to do. And you're right, RJ, we were saying the same thing a year ago after the opening game.
Yeah, we talked about it off camera. Matthew Schultz, he just had the ball stripped from him, and Roughriders recover. Charleston Hughes able to strip that ball loose. It's another turnover. There was not enough time for the Tiger Cats to make something happen anyway. 30-13. It was a slow start to the season last year for the Tiger Cats. It's a slow start after game one. However, a very tough place to play. And the Riders have one goal in mind, hosting the Grey Cup. They want to be in that game. Both teams quiet opening half offensively. The Riders figured some things out. The Tiger Cats were able to make this a 2-point game, but then that seemed to spark the Riders, who scored 15 points in under 30 seconds. Cody Fajardo takes a knee, and the clock will run down. The Roughriders able to come up with their first victory of the year. They start 1-0. The Tiger Cats will head home for their home opener next Saturday when they take on the Calgary Stampeders, and they will hope that's their first victory. So the Roughriders beat the Tiger Cats 30-13 tonight. Time now for the Access Storage recap of the game. Score a touchdown with affordable storage. Access Storage has flexible storage solutions at a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca. Luke, it was not the result the Tiger Cats wanted. The offense just didn't seem to be clicking. However, the Riders' defense deserves a lot of credit too.
Yeah, you're right. The Riders' defense was unbelievable all night, and then when Cody Fajardo and his crew got things going in the second half, they really kind of stole the game away. But Sask defense, they forced 5 turnovers. That right there alone, no other stats needed. That is a hard thing to overcome when you turn the ball over 5 times on your offense. Sask defense had 7 sacks and 4 pass knockdowns. It's just they really kind of dominated that side of the ball. Kind of work to be done all around. And really, on the other side for Hamilton's defense, hard to run against for sure, but the passing stats really look pretty good for Fajardo, especially in that second half, like we've said. But too many explosive pass plays down the field. Well, it's week 1, I mean, like I said, we every year is different, but boy, you like to turn things around as early as possible. But I always felt like I was clawing and scratching our way into the playoffs, and last year was obviously no exception to that. So we'll see how things progress. But boy, great night for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and the Ticats have to travel back and get ready for another West opponent back home.
Go back to last year, those first 2 games, the Tiger Cats had 9 turnovers, and then they really cleaned things up, wound up having the fewest turnovers in the CFL. That's something, you said the 5 turnovers, a couple of highlights. Jamal Roll did have 8 tackles. Braylon Addison, 8 catches, 72 yards. Simon Larea coming in at a 43.1 punting average. But it will be an opportunity for the Tiger Cats coming home against Calgary, and sometimes it's okay to have some learning moments, especially earlier in the year. We saw it last year. Tiger Cats were able to persevere. Hopefully the same thing happens here.
Yeah. And if you can learn from this stuff and get better and fix the multitude of mistakes that were made out there, specifically in ball security and lack of explosive plays, well, you'd rather do it early on in the season against a Western opponent than late against an Eastern opponent, right? And that's when that playoff picture really starts to solidify itself as you get later on against your own division. And incredibly, well, the Ticats are just tied with the rest of the league the rest of their division for the playoff race. Yep. And so work to be done, yes, but hope can be found all around still.
Love the positivity.
Thank you.
Be interesting to hear what Coach O has to say about this one. The Roughriders beat the Tiger Cats 30-13. Tiger Cats postgame with Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantuz is coming up next for Luke Tasker, our executive producer, Peter McEwen, our statistician, Jeff Giordad, our operator, Michael Steyer. I'm RJ Broadhead. Thanks for listening to Hamilton Tiger Cats football on the Ticats Audio Network.
Ticats Audio Network.